Hi, everybody. Welcome to Daily Current Affairs by MockSutra. This is a daily current affairs series in which we discuss the recent current affairs powered by the GK part, the static GK component. Let's start. The first question is: who has been elected as 23rd President of Bangladesh on 20th August? So, the answer for this is option B, Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. He has been elected as 23rd President of Bangladesh, the first contested president poll there in 35 years. He won comfortably with 255 of 343 votes. Now, this is important because this poll has been contested after 35 years. Now, moving on to the next question. The India Japan Maritime Security Corporation MOA primarily strengthens operational ties between Indian Navy and which Japanese force? So basically, the question is asked a bit different way, such that we cover all the relevant facts. So primarily, this is asked which special Japanese force has signed this corporation of MOA with Indian maritime security. The answer is Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force. The MOA enhances operational cooperation between the Indian Navy and Japan's Maritime Self-Defense Force across maritime domain, awareness, information sharing, search, and so on. Moving on to next, 31st Southern Zonal Council meeting held on 20th August in Mahabalipuram was chaired by Amit Shah in his capacity as basically chairman of the zonal council is usually the home minister. So he's an ex officio chairman of all the five zonal councils, while a rotating chief minister from a member state serve as a vice chairman. Now, this was the 31st South Zonal Council meeting, which was held in 20th August at Kovalam near Mahabalipuram. Next, RK251, a smart cancer drug developed by Indian researchers, activates selectively based on elevated levels of which molecules inside the cancer cells. So this question can be asked in a very simple way as well, that which is the cancer drug which has been developed by Indian researchers. However, today examiners ask questions in a different way, such that you have a holistic view of the current affairs, not just a one-liner. So the answer to this is reactive oxygen specifics. RK251 smart cancer drug developed by Indian researchers. Prodrug designed to stay chemically inactive in healthy tissues and activate only inside cancer cells. So this is a groundbreaking development in the research for cancer drug. Now, next, RK251 was jointly developed by IIT Guwahati and which other institute? Now, the answer to this question is Indian Institute of Advanced Study in Science and Technology, and IIT Guwahati has developed this RK251. This is an important question, so revise this. The CCEA. Now, what is the full form of CCEA? This would be your first question. The CCEA is 9450 crore railway multi-tracking approval covers how many projects across roughly how many route kilometers? So the answer to this is four projects, 410 kilometers. The CCEA, which is Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, this is usually chaired by PM Narendra Modi as an ex officio chairman, has four railway multi-tracking projects worth of 9,450 crores, and these are spread across Katak Paradeep, Gumi Kundi Gundur, Bhadrak Haridaspur, and Kharagpur Bhadrak. The next, the National Medical Commission draft 2026 regulation proposed issuing which of the following to registered doctors. So now there will be a separate ID for doctors, which will be called as unique identification number, valid nationwide. So this would be under the proposal, the Ethics and Medical Registration Board, one of NMC's four autonomous boards. Through this, doctors will get a unique identification. Next is PM Gati Shakti, the framework into which Pulse Pro's insights are being integrated, was launched in which year? So basically, this is a current affair question, but it has been formulated such that it covers the static GK part as well. So the answer is 2021. So PM Gati Shakti, the National Master Plan for Multimodal Connectivity, into which Pulse Pro's insights are now being integrated. So uh, PhonePay's Pulse Pro platform converts aggregated, anonymized digital payment transaction data drawn from India's largest digital payment ecosystem into Hyperloop market and economic activity insights under MOU signed by METI. So, basic things to revise is uh, whose platform is Pulse Pro. It is phone-based, and with which government initiative it has been integrated. It is under PM Gati Shakti. Now, moving on to the next question. Sajjan Kumar, who died in 20th August, was serving life sentence for his role under which event? So, this is 1984 anti-sex riots. He was Congress Lok Sabha MP who recently died. His name appears as one of the accused in 1984 anti-Sikhs riots, in which thousands of Sikhs were killed after PM Indira Gandhi's assassination. For this, several inquiry commissions were made. One of them was Nanavati Commission. So this is an important fact to learn. World Senior Citizens Day is observed every year on which day? So the answer is 21st August. Uh, The 2026 observance carry the theme Digital Equity for All Ages. Next is the BWF World Championship 2026 is being held in which Indian city after how many years since its last hosted the event? So, as you're aware, BWF is a World Badminton Championship which is being held in New Delhi after 17 years. Uh, So in the recent matches, Ayush Shetty, which is world number 22, has defeated world number one in the preliminary matches itself. So there are star players like PV Sindhu, Ranika Reddy, Chirag Shetty, who are actively participating in this. Now, DRDO issued its missiles production EOI for private firms through which of its facilities. Now, DRDO has issued that the private players can produce the missiles. The question being asked is through which of its facilities this will be done. The answer to this is Research Center Emirat, Hyderabad. So the DRDO issued expression of interest through Research Center Emirat, inviting Indian private firms for missile and guided bomb manufacturing under the DCPP, which is Development Cum Production Partner model. Now, DRDO will handle the design, and the private partners will handle the prototype integration and the mass production. So, design would be of DRDO. The component manufacturing and its implementation will be done by the private firms. Next is a launch and recovery system LARS was inaugurated in Visakhapatnam is primarily used to deploy and recover which platform: anti-submarine warfare, deep submergence rescue vehicle, unmanned water surveillance drone, or diving support vessel. So the answer to this is deep submergence rescue vehicle. So LARS is used to launch and recover deep submergence rescue vehicles which rescue crew from a disabled submarine. This is a new shore-based LARS which is recently inaugurated at Visakhapatnam by Vice Admiral Sanjay Bhalla. Now, which of the following exam is not conducted by NTA? Now, why this is a news? Because there is a lot of focus on NTA. Now, the question being asked or is framed is in a different way, that which of these are not conducted by NTA. It's a simple question. The straightforward is UPSC because there is a separate commission to conduct the UPSC examinations. JEE, NEET, UG, and UGC NET are all conducted by National Testing Agency. So the Supreme Court has stressed that we need to institutionalize the NTA and introduce technological safeguards to improve exam. Now, for this, Prime Minister Prime Minister Narendra Modi has requested the Infosys co-founder, Mr. Nandan, to lead exam reform task force. Tamil Nadu has raised the annual cover of its CMCHIC from 5 lakh to how much? So there is a flagship health insurance program run by uh, Tamil Nadu state government, which is the cover of its increased from 5 lakh to how much? Now the answer is 25 lakh. The name of the scheme is Chief Minister's Comprehensive Health Insurance Scheme. How much central financial support was approved for amended Bharatnet rollout in Chhattisgarh? Now, this is a straightforward Chhattisgarh question and it becomes important for Chhattisgarh aspirants. So, the answer is 3,942 crores. This is under Digital Bharat Nidhi for Bharatnet agreement with Chhattisgarh, which will be uh, providing or strengthening local gram panchayats with enhanced broadband services. Now, the next is the Parliamentary Standing Committee 176 report recommended the gap between the medicine lending price and MRP should not exceed what percentage? So basically, as you might be aware that there is a lot of exploitation in the medical field. So the MRP, which usually is being tagged on any of the medicines, is multifolds. So to reduce this gap, uh, Parliamentary Standing Committee has recommended this. So it is not implemented, it's a recommendation that it should not exceed the 20%. Now, a classic example is given. This is tennis at a place which cost around 18,000. However, the MRP is marked as 50,000, which is approximately 2.5 times than what it is. Next is Iturup Island visited by Vladimir Putin on 13 August is known by which name in Japan? So why this question is being asked? There is a lot of focus on the geography. Now, relating geography with the current affairs will help you understand what it is. To give you a context of this, Japan and Russia has this disputed area, which now this Iturup Island is known as Ito-Rofu in Japan. Now, this is a disputed island for both Japan and Russia. Now, Vladimir Putin has visited this, which has been condemned by Japan. Next, as you're aware, BRICS is being held in India. So there are different working groups which meet at different locations in India. So it has been asked that second BRICS Tourism Working Group meeting in Jaipur, who has chaired it? So the answer to this is Tourism Secretary Bhuvnesh Kumar. All right, the question can be asked as where was working group meeting held? The last is as per DOT's 17 August 2026, what is maximum number of mobile connections a person can hold in most part of it? So it's a straightforward question. How many SIMs can be issued under your name? So the answer for this is nine. So Department of Telecommunication, which is DOT, has issued capping the mobile connections at 9% across most of the India. Uh, to specifically emphasize, only six in Jammu and Kashmir, Assam, and northeastern states. And this would be limited via, via the digital intelligence platform for enforcement of this. Next year's Sadbhavana Divas, observed on 20th August, marks birth anniversary of which Prime Minister? So the answer for this is Rajiv Gandhi. Rajiv Gandhi is observed. This is observed on 20th August. The name translates to goodwill and harmony, promoting national integration and resolving differences through dialogue rather than violence. Along with this Sadbhavana Divas, there is one more day which is Akshay Urja Divas, which is Indian Renewable Energy Day, which is observed on the same 20th August. That's all for the day. Thanks a lot.